Newsfirst, Newsline.
Very good morning and welcome to another edition of Newsline, coming to you live and direct from our Newsfirst studios here in Colombo. The general election has been announced and the days are drawing near on which you can go to the polling station and vote for the candidate who you want to represent you in the most sovereign institution of Sri Lanka, the Parliament. Of course, it's quite an interesting run-up to the election because the crisis within political parties seems to be aggravating day after day. We really don't know where this all will end. And because of that, we've got today on our show a man who knows the inside and out of politics of Sri Lanka. A very good morning, Mr. Azad Sali, and welcome to the show.
Very good morning.
Mr. Sali, the general election is on the April 25th. Any plans of contesting?
Yeah, we are trying to contest island-wide. We have already finalized 7 districts. Already everything has been finalized, and but there are a lot of persuasion asking us not to contest island-wide but to come into alliance. We are already in the alliance with the last presidential election. But the way things are moving on, it's very sad to see the most important and the first major party in Sri Lanka is in this dilemma. This dilemma is something that I have predicted, and your news has already broadcast and telecast a long time ago, that even after nomination, this problem will not be solved, was my prediction. My prediction has come right today. And even up to now, even last night they were talking, and one day they say Ansya is given, the second day they say the elephant is given, finally both are not given. And people are thinking what to do, where are we to go. And even members of parliament, some have taken the decision that if there is a split in the party,
They won't contest.
they will not contest in the either of these, but go independent or go with another alliance is their attitude. So a lot of people have already spoken to me in joining my party. So we are just working on all those things. Yesterday also we had some very important meetings. Tonight also we are hoping to have some meeting. What I have suggested is the minority parties, because today we have a tendency that when you say Muslim, it should not be done. You see, everybody have been advising that don't go on communal basis. So my party is a National Unity Alliance which can accommodate all communities. So, and we have a beautiful symbol, that's a pigeon, the peace symbol. So we thought we will try it that way. But still discussions are on. Till the last minute we cannot say what will really happen.
But of course it will be more advantageous for any party to contest under a strong alliance. Well, of course, as you spoke, the issue within the United National Party. But yesterday Ruwan Wijewardene came out and said that it's an issue with the party constitution and the party symbol. But is this the reality?
See, I have been right throughout saying that these members of parliament, 225 members of parliament, you can say half might be fools, but not all, right? So they know what they are doing. And I really predicted through your channel earlier that once a symbol is given, for the next 5 years you can't touch that symbol. Because a symbol can be changed only during a parliamentary election. Not even the presidential, not provincial, not local. Right? So once a symbol is given to the party. And what is the big idea? Once the party, the majority, I mean the major UNP decides that it wants to contest on an alliance, and what is the problem in giving the symbol? So that parliament valid period is 5 years. After 5 years you take back your symbol. Very simple, right? So you don't need to, or you decide to go with the UNP, then still what is the motive here is the people wanting Mr. Wickremesinghe not to lead. That's all. There is no other problem. What people want is 26 years of your rule and defeat is more than enough. We have suffered in the hands of Mr. Wickremesinghe. So we don't want it to continue, we want a change. And you don't give a change by doing a deal with the Rajapaksas. Right? What happens is here, even the last presidential election, if you had nominated Sajid earlier and allowed him to run, by now things would have been totally different. Even now, 55 lakhs of people, 5.5 million people have voted for Sajid Premadas. Right? So what you have to do is the next in line is the parliamentary election. You should have got yourself prepared for it, given him that leadership, given him the leadership of the party, allow him to run. You don't do that. Right? This is, as I told you earlier, you wash my back, I wash your back. So both parties are totally corrupt and they want to cover it up. So the Rajapaksas will never arrest Ranil Wickremesinghe, Ranil Wickremesinghe will never arrest Rajapaksas. This will continue.
Same
At the end of the day, the people of this country will be suffering in the hands of these two.
But of course, the United National Party is not the only party that is embroiled in this entire party crisis. In the run-up to the general election, the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna Alliance too is having their beef with the Sri Lanka Freedom Party.
I don't know what the plans of the Rajapaksas are. They wanted the last presidential election, they finally wanted Maithripala Sirisena's support. Okay? They got his support. Now, again, and during that time also, they were attacking Maithripala Sirisena like anything. And I was the only person who was saying that the SLP as a party did not have a backbone to go and say, go and fly a kite. We go each separate. Or we don't support anybody. They didn't have the balls to say that. What they did, even now the way Prasanna Ranatunga is attacking, Roshan Ranasinghe is attacking Maithripala Sirisena by his name, calling him a Katusa, calling him that, calling him this, that anybody who is aligned to Maithripala, people should not vote. So this also I have predicted a long time ago. Like the previous election, when Mr. Rajapaksa was contesting, where Maithripala was contesting, they when nomination was given to Rajapaksa by Maithripala, they insisted and they told every area people not to vote to the SLP. But to vote to the group that was going out of the SLP, but they contested on the SLP, right? So they told that, and that happened. That is why Maithripala had to adopt all these fellows who were defeated into the national list, right? So this time you can't do that, because this time you are not going to get that number of seats to accommodate anybody on the national list. Moreover, they are trying to emerge as the only Buddhist party in this country who is suffering and who is working so hard to finish the minorities off, and the single only is their attitude today. For that, what they are saying is all Muslim candidates who are going to contest another port tour will not be given nomination. You got my point? No Muslim will be accommodated in the port tour.
Right.
Right? They have to contest separately, independently, and then come. So what they are trying to show the majority community is, we have not accommodated any Tamil, we have not accommodated any Muslim. So give us 2/3, we are the only Buddhist saviors for you. We are the people who can save the country for you. We are the only people who, whatever we say. See, I don't know, for some reason, this country believes in rogues, this country believes in people who tell lies. Whenever Mahinda Rajapaksa comes on TV, whatever filth he wants to say, he will say it and the people will believe it. You remember the campaign, දැන් ඔයාලට සැපද? අල කීයද? ලුණු කීයද? මේ ටිකේ ලුණු කෑවද? So people say, yeah, 500 rupees onion, 300 rupees potato. Why? Now what happened? Now people are not robbing the jewelry shop. People are not robbing the jewelry shop or hardware store. People are robbing the vegetable stall because they are unable to eat anything. This is the plight of the people. And see, this is the only government that came to power in 3 months, not done anything. They don't have a mandate. They don't have a clear vision of what they want to do and what they are going to do. Right? On the MCC itself, you saw how Uday Gammampila was speaking. 17 වෙනිදාට MCC ගිවිසුම ඉරා කුණු කූඩේට දාන ගෝඨාභය රාජපක්ෂ. The bugger should not be wearing a trouser, man. He should not be wearing a trouser. He should not be wearing a national. Why? He's a damn liar. He is lying to the people of this country. And today, all these MCC agreements are online. People are working in the land registry. People are working in the transport sector. Why don't you tell the MCC guys, come on, we are not going to sign this. Pack up and go. Up to today, they have not said this. This is what I told. From the presidential election, I have been very clearly saying, make a statement. Who should be making the statement? The president of this country or the prime minister of this country must make a statement saying, under no circumstances we will sign the MCC agreement.
But recently the Prime Minister did make a statement. He
No.
said that there is a review committee and they've recommended that the agreement be signed after amendments.
That's what I'm saying. That's coming to the point.
Okay.
See, they never said that they're going to put a committee, no. They said they will tear it and put it in the bin. Right?
Right.
So, I am asking, where are the monks who were talking that they will go against the Porto if they sign or touch on the MCC agreement? Today, all these monks are silent. Because without MCC, there is no survival for Gotabaya Rajapaksa. Without MCC, there is no survival for Mahinda Rajapaksa. Without taking a rupee loan, they will not survive. Now they are trying to get coronavirus into the country by asking for $1 billion from China. That fellow can't solve their own problem. Right? China is now just going on a killing spree. Right? With this corona. The whole world is suffering today. The airline sector is gone. The airports are gone. People are gone. People are dying all over the world. Now, see, America on a state of emergency. See, when the situation is so bad, we are still allowing Chinese to come into the country. Right? Just having a camera at the airport is not going to solve your problem. Right? Just taking over some university and trying to go and put all the coronavirus there is not going to solve your problem. There are people in those areas. Now, if you take the Batticaloa campus, the so-called Sharia university has now become Batticaloa campus, and now Batticaloa campus could not be taken. Now they are going to take it for coronavirus. So, we saw thousands of army and police gone and put into that area, and the people, the villagers are calling us, sir, what are we going to do? We don't want corona here. You saw another hospital going to be built somewhere, and people are, monks and all have gone and protest. Vatala. So, this is the situation. So, we don't have a program as to what we are going to do, how we are going to get rid of this. More than that, Vietmaga wants nomination. Minority parties are not given nomination. They are asked to come separately. So, if you, as a leader of a party inside Port Tour, if you don't want minorities to come into your party symbol and contest, why should somebody contest independently? Number one is my question.
Okay.
And why should the people vote for those guys to help them in a later event? Why? Why should any minority, that maybe the Tamils, maybe the Muslims, why should they vote to bring power, the Porto into power? By contesting independently. They can be independent in parliament also. And support what is really needed and what is not needed. So, this is sheer hypocrisy. Right? They survive on hypocrisy. They survive on lies, deception, robbery. Nothing but that. So, this is the state of affairs.
Well, there were promises made before the presidential election, just like you said, regarding the MCC agreement and also regarding the central bank bond scam.
Yeah.
But then now we see that 10 suspects have been warranted. And this is not regarding the first bond scam, but the second bond scam, Bondgate 2, which happened in 2016. And the chief suspects are still out in the open. And arguably, the mastermind behind all of this has not been even mentioned.
And this is the biggest problem. That's what I said, no. Under the Rajapaksa regiment, never they will touch Ranil Wickremesinghe. Under Wickremesinghe's government, they will never dare to touch Rajapaksas. This is an agreement. This is a well-planned agreement. But I was not today. From 2016, you can go back all records, everything is available on YouTube to see what I have said. So, that is the same contract that is given now to destroy the victory of the UNP. They have got the right man into the job, right, to do this, and he is doing it well. Right. So, I have been telling right throughout to Sajid Premadas and his team, don't waste your time there. See, when there was a conflict of interest, when there was some conflict between Gavani Dissanayake and Premadas, they walked out. And they proved that the UNP couldn't do anything. They formed the council, the provincial council at that time with Chandrika. Chandrika was the chief minister, Gamini Dissanayake was there, Lalita Atulathmudali was there. They all got together. They got 1 million votes at that time. Breaking away with the UNP and a powerful president, they were able to capture almost all the provincial councils. The government that introduced the provincial council system was thrown out with the first year itself. From there onwards, it never went back to the UNP. No council went back to the UNP. No. So who is responsible for all this? See, if you take the history, in 94, Gamini Dissanayake becomes leader of the opposition with 1 vote.
Okay.
I was the only outsider who was watching the entire results inside the presidential secretariat where the vote was taken. I was the only outsider.
Okay.
I was watching everything. And our Renuka Herath, who was so close to Mr. Wickramasinghe than Gamini Dissanayake, both were arch rivals. But the style of Gamini Dissanayake, I still admire that man's character and the way he handled things. He just lifted Renuka like this and gave her a kiss. That changed the vote. And that is how Gamini Dissanayake became the leader of the opposition. How long did he be leader of the opposition? This conspirator finished him off completely. Right? Then Vijay Tunga was he was chairing the working committee meeting. He was thrown out of Srikota. Then you contest, you lose. You lose with Rajapaksa. From that day you take a decision, unless a situation comes where I can win, every day I will bring an outsider, not a UNP, but an outsider to contest for presidency. Then he brings in Sarath Fonseca, got him defeated. Then you go and bring Maitripala Sirisena. But that Chandrika herself comes in, the SLP vote comes in, that is how, without the expectation of Mr. Wickramasinghe, Maitripala wins. That government could not go long because only 4.5 years or only 5 years, they reduced the term of the president from 6 years to 5 years, brought in the 19th Amendment, reduced all his powers. From day one, both sides were fighting, never resolving issues, never helping the people, never helped the people as to what they wanted, never was given to them. This was the problem. If not that good governance, government could have continued for 20 long years because people were so frustrated with the Rajapaksas that they were robbing the country. They were robbing the country. People were frustrated. That is why they voted against them and bought Maitripala. But both of them was a no-show. Because of that, people had no other option. Then they created the scenario of a Easter Sunday. It's a creation. It's a creation. Even today, this commission is going on, investigations are going on. But up to today, the person who openly comes and says on television that we funded Zaran, we funded Pottu Amman, has still not been questioned. It's a big question mark. Right? So the motive of the investigators should be who made Zaran? Who created the monster Zaran? Why did they choose the church? Right? Why did they choose the church? Was there actually a suicide attack or was there a contract given to go and leave the backpack there and was it detonated outside? Is a big question. These things are to be investigated. But that is why the whole thing is silent and they don't want to come out with the facts and the truth.
It's almost a year since the April 21st attacks, of course, the election.
That is why they are having the elections. They want to repeat. Balanda, Astavara Tattwe, Rata Ivarai, Rata Bomba Gia, Api Innakoda Bomba Gia. They forgot that there were several thousands of bombs going day and night during that time. Nobody spoke about that. They were only speaking about the Easter bomb. How many thousand Tamils were killed? How many thousand children were killed? Where? Everything is hypocrisy. What happened to the 30/1 resolution? I told at this same program that see how Sri Lanka will be cornered in this UN session. What happened? You saw the Sri Lankan team going and bluffing. They made all sorts of statements just to withdraw. Finally, when the chairperson gave us a peace of mind, the minister had no reply. What did he get up and say? What Mangala Samaravira agreed was, we don't want an international inquiry, we will have our own inquiry and do the needful. Then what did they say? Ane, ape amudawa aparadha karala ne. The 11 youths that were killed, they were promoted. The people who were behind the killing of 11 children were promoted by this government, this president. Right? So where do you see justice? Today you have a army regime. The chairmen are army, the secretaries are army, all retired army officers are brought in. Why? Just to bring fear psychosis in the minds of the people. The people who are going to vote at this next election will see suffocation only after the 25th of April. You wait and see, you mind my words, everything what I have said during these sessions or your programs have all come true. Nobody up to now has proved me wrong. I am waiting for that time. But today, this again is going to be history. After the 25th of April, you will not be able to walk on the street. Take it from me.
Well, it's very important that people are well informed of who their candidates are and who they want to represent them in Parliament. Of course, we can see a lot of candidates who are age-old members of Parliament, who have been in Parliament for maybe 20, 30 years, even more.
No, even 20 years, 30 years is not a problem for me.
Okay.
As far as I am concerned, what the country needs is quality and not quantity. Quality has to be. Now, the Prime Minister's first visit to Delhi, Miris Kudu is going. And in his Facebook he puts Miris Kudu handshakes with Gandhi. Who Gandhi? Rajiv Gandhi's son, Rahul Gandhi. So you say Miris Kudu handshaking with Gandhi. Miris Kudu handshaking with Modi. This is big news for Sri Lanka. So where are we heading for? If the most important place is Parliament, and if you can't find discipline in that place, you will never find discipline anywhere. This is why I have been always saying, whenever there is an election, all party general secretaries must call for the applicant, whoever wants to ask for nomination, to come with a police report. Half of this Parliament will not enter politics. Half of this Parliament cannot bring a police report. I challenge Basil Rajapaksa, the chief organizer of the port tour, to ask for the police report of his candidates, the present parliamentarians. 3/4 of the fellows will not come. Yesterday I see Rohita Habeguruvardhana in Kalutara speaking, and the monk who is defending the port tour so much talking. And he says, sir, you don't worry, Kalutara we have 10. Out of 10 you will have 8 from the port tour. I think people are so fools. What have you done, man? In the 3 months that you were given power, you don't have money to run. How are you going to bring the money? Waiting for Corona money to come, 1 billion. 1 billion Corona money to come, you are waiting for that. Without a loan, you can't survive. In Sri Lanka, the governments cannot survive without, because they don't have a program of work. They don't have a program of work. How we are going to bring money? How are we going to create money? How are we going to do our exports? These are things you must get the private sector to come in. And then they come out and give you all the support. Export everything that you can. Produce these things. Just don't give lands to all foreign companies. Right? And see how people can believe. Now, they were talking, during the 4.5 years, every day you see Mahinda Rajapaksa coming and saying, "Me rata vikka, මේ රටේ ඉඩම් ඔක්කොම වික්කා. So these people believed. Can you tell me any, I challenge Mr. Rajapaksa to tell me in the last 4.5 years one land that was sold by Maithripala and Ranil Wickremesinghe, whatever said, and they had their own differences, we will forget that. Tell me one land. You guys sold the whole country, not only that, you sold the sea also. You sold the sea, right? And this government rectified that by saying no hanky-panky, we don't sell, it's going to be a 99 years lease. Now again they are calculating it at 13 million rupees to give it away. Right?
Right.
Then as you come, so greedy, as you come, another Shangri-La game was given. Shangri-La itself is a game. Another Shangri-La game was given, just behind Shangri-La, 3.5 acres, was given. Does the public know where is the bloody UNP? Is my question. You have to have an opposition that can fight these people or tell the people the truth. Then nobody will read it.
Definitely, Mr. Sali, a strong opposition
Exactly.
is required for a good democracy.
I've been telling Mr. Premadasa, Sajid Premadasa also, every day you must have some person who with a voice and a force who can come and tell, and the people must believe him. Knowing that Mahinda Rajapaksa is telling from morning till night he tells lies and people are still believing him.
Mr. Sali, we're in the final few minutes of our show. Is there any advice that you can give the potential voters out there before they go for the election? What should they
No,
think?
voters are, I don't say that you don't need to be that educated. But think of the country. This is a sellout. The Rajapaksas are a sellout to the nation. They're selling out everything. Just ask them when they come to ask for your vote. Shangri-La ගෙන් කවුද ගැව්වේ? Shangri-La පිටිපස්සේ ඉදම දැන් ආපේටම මාස 3කින් කවුද ගැව්වේ? කවුද සල්ලි ගත්තේ? කොහමද ඔයගොල්ලෝ වික්කේ? මූද වික්කේ කොහමද? මේවා UNP කින් වික්කද? මෛත්‍රීපාල වික්කද? You must ask. ඇයි ඔයගොල්ලෝ මේ බොරු කියන්නේ? Why are you lying? Where are the 10 monks who are every day shouting? Right? You are trying to discriminate the Tamils and the Muslims in this country. This is what I told, you know, this also I have predicted long time ago. This is Modi style of governance. Whatever Modi is doing in India has been done in Sri Lanka to the minorities. Right? If you take issues, I can gather and give you much more evidence than what I can tell you now. The amount of mosques that are closed down after these people came to power. Ragama, the mosque that was given for prayers, is a mosque given by the Portuguese, not the Sri Lankan government. Over 100 years old mosque. Due to the Easter Sunday, they put an excuse and close it up. And 1 week ago, we see the prison officials going with the Buddha statue and opening it up. Closing the mosque, they open up a staff quarters for them. So where are we heading for? You're discriminating, you're attacking the minorities. So how can the minorities work with you? So you want to win over the Buddhist vote. So you will do all the dirty things possible to destroy the minorities. So then you will say minorities are not supporting us. How can the minorities support you when you are doing dirty things to the Tamil, Muslim and Christian community? Even the Cardinal is also saying no. I can see nothing happening. Cardinal is saying.
Regarding these Sunday attacks.
Easter Sunday attack. The main culprits, the main people behind this are still not investigated.
Of course, Mr. Saleh, this is going to be one interesting election and a decisive election for that matter, because the general public of the country will have to choose their representatives wisely if they want a good future for them, for their children, for generations unborn. Thank you very much, Mr. Azad Saleh, for joining us on our show this morning. Thank you very much to all our viewers out there for tuning in to Newsline. Of course, we will see you again, same time, same place, tomorrow. Until then, take care and God bless.
Newsfirst, Newsline.